and right on the edge of that smoke, there's this weird like kind of reflection or something. Yeah, I was having this horrible feeling like, oh man, I don't see him, but I did, like finally, like right at the last second.
How did that play out? Did you spray him, or was it like a beatdown?
I kind of sprayed him. That barrier was between me and him, and I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like he had like one of the Village People skin or something, like a full Indian
was
headdress.
The Y, the M,
it was
the
like
C,
a
or the
full
A?
YMCA Indian headdress that he had on, possibly, which also was that just me? Like.
Chuck, this is a special podcast because we're here with special guest Hurricane Hillary, just south. Joining us, gamers, is Hurricane Hillary, just south of the Baja California Peninsula, right off of my coast here.
Holy smokes!
And she's coming up, rubbing shoulders with me, rubbing shoulders with all of us. I think she's gonna go right past the coast, kind of just right alongside it. We're kind of like sitting right on the edge of what would be that like scary ass red thing you see like when you go on any weather app or channel, you look at you always want to see what the rain bands look like. You know what I'm talking about? And then like it gets deep red. We're kind of like right on the outside of that.
It's like the tip of the spear, dude, the hurricane, like right there in the like the front corner.
Dude, I actually I wanted to double check my knowledge, and I actually thought about that. I'm like, this actually could be the worst part of the hurricane to be in. You know what I mean? Like, where are the strongest? I know this isn't related to gaming at all, but you guys gotta admit this is like interesting, right? Mm-hmm. We'll get to gaming. Come on, guys, relax. We'll get to gaming. That we're right on the edge. So I was thinking that actually could be like the worst spot to be in. This could be like a direct hit, right? I was thinking like, no, that doesn't sound right. So I got online and I actually looked at the structure of a hurricane, and the gnarliest part is like the wall of the eye, right there on that wall, and just on the outside of the wall that's the gnarliest spot. So we should be all right. Could lose power at any moment.
Jeez, yeah. It's like you kind of like what I've looked at, it kind of shows the main part of it, and until you see like the clouds that go with it, like that shit's covering like all the way over, like to Texas, like right, like to the Gulf of Mexico almost. Like
they're saying this tropical phenomena, particularly. My mom was just telling me this. She said that it's like, and I looked, it goes all the way up to the top of Nevada.
Oh, geez.
So this one's gonna go up. It's going up there. It's supposed to impact a bunch of places.
Jeez. Oh, dude, we'll be thinking about y'all for sure, man. That's kind of scary. I've been through some, little things there on the coast of North Carolina. I lived there. Nothing class 4. It has to be a little like nerve-wracking, right?
I think we're gonna be all right, And I figured, like down here, it's a tradition. When it rains and gets like this, you got to get pan y café. Bread and coffee. And obviously pan is more of the pastry side of things, right? You're not just getting some plain white bimbo bread.
It's interesting.
And coffee. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's tradition, man. It's all over like the social media right now. Everyone's posting pan y café.
Oh my God. Yeah,
it's also a good gaming opportunity.
I think it's bread and milk, like for the snowstorms there in East Tennessee, everyone goes after. So the coffee,
bread and milk, is that it?
Yeah, I'd sure rather have the coffee than the milk, but
I'm drinking some coffee right now, my brother.
Dude.
Yeah, so welcome gamers, non-gamers, PvEers, PvPers, and even NPCs, and Hurricane Hillary. Thank you for joining us on this. I think it's our 31st.
It is. Yeah, it sounds
Pod
right.
31. So, yeah, hey, we've been MIA for a little bit, but we're happy to be back. And we kind of toss this around. I think we mentioned it in an episode recently where we were talking about doing like bulk recording. So we'll get to that, listeners. We promise, just so that we're not missing that mark, because we're trying to, we promised 2 weeks. We'll get an episode to you. So apologies for that, but we'll keep the ball moving forward. How have you been, Chuck?
Good, man.
I miss you, man. Yeah?
Good. Yeah, hanging in there.
I know.
It's getting kind of warm up here. Like no major like tropical weather or anything like that going on, but yeah.
Heat wave style?
Kind of humid. You know, I've been doing my time in the sauna. It's got me a little bit prepared for it, but yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
A few less walks with the dog, a little more time at the gym. You know,
Man, it's
looking out the
humid here
window.
too. Yeah.
But,
Are any neighbors losing their minds or anything like that? Everyone's still sane?
yeah, I think for the most part, like people are, there's a lot of noise, you know, people are mowing the yards, like, you know, that kind of stuff out there, leaf blowing, fired up.
Yeah, totally.
I kind of live in the city a little more, even more than I did in Asheville. So it's kind of. It's game on right here. Like this is
like is everybody cleaning their yard right now? Jesus.
Yeah. If this town was a hurricane, I'd be right there on that wall you're talking about. So.
That's like there's a time and a place, neighbors. Oh man,
yeah.
man.
No, I'm enjoying it.
It's like they all have their best loadouts when it comes to to like blowers and lawnmowers. Like, are those the loudest things you got out there?
Oh yeah,
they're getting all the special gear.
The gas companies like replacing lines too, so it's just like they're competing with them. But like, I don't even know what kind of sorcery they're doing, dude. They got all these machines.
You're just surrounded by quads everywhere. You're surrounded by duos, trios, and quads, man. You're surrounded, Chuck, on all sides, brother. Do you have your loadout?
Yeah. I don't know what could protect you from that.
I hope it isn't 1v4, man. I hope Lila's in there with her loadout too, helping you against all these people doing all this work and shit. Yeah, I know what it's like, man. We got all the noise.
Yeah. I think Lila's like, she's fully got her loadout. She's got that double time or something. I had to put her out of the room a minute ago. I was kind of getting ready, and I could hear her just walking around. You know, she was feeling the excitement of the show starting up. So yeah, I had to put her out. So.
I see. She's probably trying to unlock everything on her.
Yeah, she'll be over there pulling out of the door here in a minute, like peeking the door.
Dude, could you imagine? We're talking about Chuck's cute little pup, by the way, Lila. Could you imagine Lila, dude, fully with that skin that I got, or with one of those Warzone skins, dude, with the loadout just running around, dude, sliding up under your feet and just clack, 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 clack.
I've seen her bow up a time or two. Like there's some. I think those little dogs must have been like for, you know, pests and things like that. Like you know, if it's the right size, like rabbits are a little bit big for her, but like, you know, you're good ground squirrel.
She won't throw down with a rabbit. She won't throw down with bugs.
She'll act like she's going for a rabbit, but not really. You know, she's never. I think if she caught a rabbit,
She won't go
it
on
would
bugs.
flip up on its back legs and kick her like, you know, kangaroo style, and it'd be over. Because that wild, you know, you got that wild in you, like, you know. I mean,
yeah. I'll just tell her to plate up.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Yeah. So she'd look pretty nice in that. She's had a jacket or two over the years. Like, so
No Warzone skins though. That would be so funny. I'm just visualizing her with one of those skins, dude. That'd be funny.
It's tough, man.
Dude,
Being a man and owning a little dog, but yeah.
I think little dogs are challenging. They're so close to the ground, you know. You never know what they're getting into.
Dude, I never thought I would put clothes on a dog until like I actually saw her kind of shaking in the wintertime, and then I was just like, oh my God, I gotta get a coat on this dog. Like, what's wrong with you
It's
people?
a thing. That's actually legit. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, of course, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that's just so.
Yeah, it goes.
That's
out
on
the
a whole
window,
separate page, but
what people think. But,
dude, speaking of Warzone, we've been getting some Vickies lately, man.
yesterday,
Some odd ones though. We've been getting some blue ribbon Vickies, some BR Vickies.
I'll be honest. We
In
had
Warzone.
I'm thinking about the fun one we had last night. It was.
Yeah,
I feel
dude,
like I was
it was
having a good
trippy.
round, but it was sort of chaotic as well because, like, right there in that last second, I'll be honest, I couldn't really see that guy. Like he was kind of standing in the smoke. It seemed like, and right on the edge of that smoke, there's this weird like kind of reflection or something. Yeah, I was having this horrible feeling like, oh man, I don't see him, but I did, like finally, you know, like right at the last second.
How did that play out? Did you spray him, or was it like a beatdown
I kind of
melee?
sprayed him. That
sprayed.
barrier was between me and him, and I feel like I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like he had like one of the Village People skin or something like a full Indian
Was it the
headdress.
Y, the M,
It was
the
like
C,
a
or the
full
A?
YMCA Indian headdress that he had on, possibly, which also was that just me? Like.
Dude, they're coming out with I like Snoop Dogg's back. Snoop Dogg's back, and he's got a new look this time.
What is it? What's the name for the thing after you die? Like where, that little puff of smoke comes up, like death effects, I think it's called.
Oh, I've seen that, man, and I just haven't. I think those are part of the what are they called? Those bundles that you can get.
Yeah.
The deals, the packs, the battle packs, the bundles, the add-ons, all that stuff. I think you know this. I only get what they dish my way for free. I only have Warzone. I don't have the actual base game. I think you do.
Yeah.
I think you have the base game. I did download Black Ops Cold War. So I do have that now, but I don't have any of the Modern Warfares that have recently been released. So, but yeah, those are badass. Getting back to what you said. Yeah, those are sick. Like, yeah, because I actually, like what happens, isn't it like they'll down the character or the player, and then it's when they kill him, right? That they'll just go poof, or what happens?
I think I've saw other people have it too, like where it's kind of like after you die, like right over your body, there'll be a little something. Another guy had like a wavy kind of.
I know what you're talking about.
I
Yeah,
want to say it is called death effects.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. It does come in the bundle just like that, but not like some bundles just have like maybe a couple skins and a gun, 2 guns, and that's it. And then other ones have like calling card, emblem, chain, charm for your gun. They have a little bit more.
Like what do they call it? Trackers, bullet tracers, or trackers, or something like that, where you see I think all of that stuff's pretty badass. I don't have any of that. I have like my most badass skin is that one that I'm rocking of the samurai dude. He's got the the samurai kind of equipment on, which is badass.
Nice.
Badass.
And honestly, like there's a ton of awesome stuff that they're giving us. Like it's like you don't necessarily have to go that route, but.
No, keep going, Chuck. I'm sorry. I just made the. I'm sorry. Chuck's looking at me like I'm a crazy person because I just made this really weird face. It kind of looked like a cocksucking face, to be honest with you.
Hey, there's a board just blew through my window.
like, why are you doing that with your mouth, Ovox? Sorry, man. Sorry, everyone. No, it's just because I got really excited, so I made that big old O face. Because. No, finish what you were saying, man. I totally interrupted you.
You're
I'm
good,
sorry.
Man. I almost got that Snoop Dogg one, but he was all like decked out like him. I don't know. He was like all in blue and stuff, and I don't know what the rules are. The Crips or whatever, don't get messed up and all that. Like,
you don't want the C's and the B's coming after you.
You know what I'm saying? Like especially everybody with guns and stuff on their minds and killing. Like, no.
It's like these guys got C4. They've got flashbangs. They've got rap H's. They've got you don't want trouble with those. I see what you're getting at. Yeah, you don't want trouble with the C's and the B's.
No, hell no. And
like we're trying to avoid trouble with the phase. We don't want to get into the C's and B's.
So I had to back off that, but I do want that smoke. I mean afterwards, like that. Little.
Are we still talking about Snoop Dogg? That smoke.
That smoke right after the little death effect. Yeah, I'm all about. But what's going on over there? I feel like a small person just walked in the room. You keep looking kind of about 3 feet off the ground over there. Hey, little guy.
Hola. No, fuck. Where is it, dude? Pepe sent me this shit, and now I can't find it, man. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I got a little bit of cough over here, and my chair's squeaking. Okay, check this out. I think you heard about this. I'm sure the listeners have already heard about this, but we're going to run through it anyways. Looks like they're going to release Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, man. And there's a post here I'm looking at from, I think it's a Twitter account, Charlie Intel, posted hashtag MW3, Modern Warfare 3, Zombies. It's basically DMZ plus Outbreak. This is his post. It's basically DMZ plus Outbreak. There's going to be PvE only, which is cool. I think it would be rad to see a PvP variant where you're facing zombies and other players. But then again, what do I know? Maybe it's better to release it this way so we can get a feel before it's just mayhem, complete mayhem. I mean, just having zombies is going to be mayhem because I think it's going to be open world. Let's see if he actually. It says plays on a new. Well, I mean, I guess Warzone is open world, huh? I mean, it's a map, but all open world games are maps.
I played a lot of the Modern Warfare 2 zombie version, like where you had to kind of go get these exosuits, and there were like these machines that you had to go up and kind of like buy the different guns out of, and it.
Oh, I know which ones. Are you talking about the Black Ops zombies?
I feel like it was
in the original back in the day Modern Warfare zombies.
I feel like it was it Modern Warfare or was it Modern Warfare 2? Like that would have been like
Modern Warfare 2.
I want to say this is
Modern
probably
Warfare
like 2013 or so time frame, 2014ish. Is when I was playing this game. So I could have bought it like a little bit before that, but
that was the original zombies, right?
Yeah, and it was intense,
dude,
man.
That was so fun, man.
It kind of I want to say
that was so fun.
There was a game called Left 4 Dead that kind of came out, sometime around that time frame that they had took some inspiration from. It felt like that when I have the most fun in zombies is when I have a shotgun and I'm kind of like back to back with somebody, like co-op style, and the zombies are coming. Like that's when the zombie mode shines for me. So I'm curious to see how they'll do it. I mean, I feel like we have an idea because like zombies. There was like this thing you could have done on one of the last maps, like kind of remember the graveyard area on. It was kind of in the Fortune's Keep kind of time frame there. There was like a graveyard on that map, and you could do some different things, and it bring up zombies, and of course there was the zombies at the end of when Verdansk went.
Yep. Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, so they
I wonder if that's related to this in any way, shape, or form, as my dad would say.
Interesting.
Real quick.
Yeah,
So
that will be intense.
I think so. PvE only, played on a new Warzone map. I'm reading from the post again. 4-player squads, up to 24 players. Buy stations, ammo depots, wall buys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mystery boxes and Pack-a-Punch. Exfil with rewards, cinematic story, part of the Treyarch zombie storyline. So this is connected to the zombies that you were talking about, that you were playing.
I see.
And I don't know why I mentioned the open world thing. Of course it's open world. All of these maps are, open. They're not linear on a story or something.
Well, and
it's not like
when you hear that,
level.
I guess it kind of makes you wonder if it's going to, like require a little bit of following the storyline, or some sort of path or something that triggers the storyline.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of hints to that, but like the map design itself is an open. Yeah, it's open.
Yeah, because
it's not like a.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I think it's gonna be and that's gonna be super fun. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be. I mean, it's like DMZ, and I don't know what that other mode he mentioned is. Maybe you've played it. It sounds like a multiplayer mode I'm not familiar with. Outbreak. Have you played that? Is that an option in the Warzone?
I haven't played.
I mean, not
mode.
in the Warzone, in Modern Warfare multiplayer.
Over the series, I've gotten into a few different modes, and I don't think I've played that one. Like,
dude, I think this is gonna be so much fun, Chuck. I mean, hold on, let's really think about this.
Dude, I used to play this mode. Go ahead.
I'm like, and now that I'm really thinking about it, because Pepe Tortilla was telling me, he's like, I'm really excited for this new zombie mode, man. I was like, yeah, me too. It's gonna be great because it's Call of Duty, and who develops Call of Duty again? I'm having a brain fart right now.
And Infinity Ward.
No, it's not Bethesda. No.
Who develops what?
It's not Call of Duty, dude. Not Bethesda, isn't it? Electronic Arts, I think, or are they the publisher? I can't believe I don't remember this, and everyone's gonna be yelling at me too. It's freaking. Oh my god! I think it's isn't it Treyarch, like you said, but it's not Bethesda. I know that because they developed Starfield and Fallout.
I'm sticking with my answer, Chuck.
Chuck? Jeez, dude.
Chuck,
Is that
Chuck,
OG number 4?
It was the original host of the Love Connection.
Activision. Activision, man.
Activision.
Gosh darn, I'm such a retard.
But I do feel like Infinity Ward like is in there, right? Like that's like their clan name or something. I think. Sick gamer tag.
Anyways, anyways, I'm so excited, and with Pepe Tortilla, it was like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's Activision has been doing good with their Call of Duty stuff right now. It's pumping. Like they're just consistently churning out new stuff for everyone, and so I was like, yeah, it's gonna be great. But now that I'm thinking about it and I'm like looking at this stuff and talking about it with you, I really it's like, dude, I think it's gonna be BA, man. It's gonna be crazy because just think about the gameplay and what we're doing when we're playing Warzone or when we're playing DMZ. We're running all over the place. We're jumping up onto buildings. We're jumping down buildings. We're using the map to our advantage to gain a position on enemy players and stuff. We're just basically up and down, jumping across things. And now picture that with, I don't know how they're going to do it, probably via hordes, first horde or whatever, level 1, and they'll just send a few out. Picture this gameplay that we have in Warzone or in DMZ or in Plunder, and now throw zombies into that. And I doubt they're just going to introduce one kind of zombie. It's not going to, it's not just gonna, I mean, maybe, but maybe let's say there's 5 types of zombies, Dude, it's going to be so fun, man. Just running around, like jumping around, running through tunnels. Like what, imagine we're we're in Suki. We love to land in Suki. And we get in there. They're going to have to come up the stairs. They're going to have to come up the sides. Which way are we going to run? Are we going to jump down to that tunnel to go to the other side? If we jump into the tunnel, that we just cut off a bunch of escape vectors. We've only got the 2 ways out. Are there going to be zombies coming through that tunnel? Are we going to have to jump down into the water? It's just going to be so insane, dude. And we're going to be together. It's going to be a quad. Do you go back for your buddy or do you let the zombies get out? Chuck, why did you leave me behind?
The zombie death is like, I'd rather like drown while having my eyes poked out with ice picks than go zombie style, man. Like
then getting
just gnawed down by a horde of zombies, like,
dude, nibbling on your toes.
No, and dude. I mean, there's a lot of zombies out there when it really comes down to it. Like I feel like I play by Walking Dead rules when it comes to zombies, like because there can be some gray areas.
Oh, you mean I'm gonna survive no matter what it takes? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think the speed and intelligence of zombies kind of becomes a thing. Like the Walking Dead zombies are kind of like just staggering around, for the most part, and don't have a ton of intention, but other than flesh, like they're ready to chow down for sure. And you got your brain. Like some zombies seem to go for brains, and like it seems like the only way you can take out a zombie is to shoot him in the brain, like stab him in the brain, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So. Are we dealing with that? Like if I shoot a guy, is he still going to be? Is he still going to be giving me the army crawl? Like,
oh, fuck, dude, you're freaking me out, dude. Don't look at me like that when you do it, dude. It kind of looked like you were coming through the screen for a second. The way you kind of got closer.
There's a lot of weird zombie like little nuances, so they've got to work out.
What would you carry on you to take care of that kind of biz? A nice shot to the brain. Like, are we talking ice pick? We talking like maybe a climber's pick?
Dude, I mean, we've been through like
a climbing ice. What would you carry?
Seasons of Walking Dead. Like one of the best, some of the best I've seen. Negan. There was this character. He had a baseball bat that had like he had taken like barbed wire and put around the top of there, and he named it Lucille. And he did a lot of mean things with that thing. Like, but even other than zombies and that, I've seen. you got.
You'd go for a weaponized bat.
I think a good pike, like if you it would, something to keep them kind of away from you too is something, and you also don't want you see a lot of people like stabbing into there, and then their weapon gets stuck. Guns are effective. There's a lot more to it than you'd think, like a good.
That's why I'm curious, like which way you'd go with that. Like I figured you'd go with just a nice, solid, maybe an industrial ice pick. A handheld ice pick, one that you can just go.
I'm thinking.
I mean, it wouldn't go that easy. You're right. It wouldn't like.
I think
and it wouldn't sound like that. It wouldn't sound like. It'd probably be more like
I'd like to think.
Pull it out.
Yeah, maybe in my story, like when I find there's a zombie outbreak, I just take some time and like master the staff or something. I think like possibly
like set up something in the backyard. All right, Lila, let's go take care of business. We got to practice now.
A lot and shit, and get into the staff. I think would be it. There's a character named Michonne that does really well with the katana. Like she's lopping heads off left and right.
Oh, I've heard about her.
Yeah. Yeah, dude,
I don't know if I'd have the skill set for that.
But I think in the old Call of Duty realm, like I want a shotgun, like something that's going to knock them back and
like that broadside, or would you go for a double barrel?
Any kind of shotgun, and unless they're like.
I think the broadside from Warzone. Sorry for interrupting. I think the broadside from Warzone would be clutch, man, with like the full clip because it's semi-auto,
Loading during a zombie apocalypse.
Put the clip back and you just go again. Oh man, gosh,
you need fast hands like more than you've ever needed it in your life. Like,
yeah. Well, I think it has the.
I
think it has the
25
has a drum or something like that.
Yeah,
it's not it's not an old-fashioned shotgun.
Jesus,
that thing would be sick. I really think it's going to be fun. I cannot wait to play that with everyone.
I think there's definitely too like one thing that excites me about that mode is the exfil. Like I've ground out a few things lately, like a few accessories that I wanted, and I ain't kidding you, man. Like just to think that you can go through that and get stuff like that, like without having to go through the process, like especially the way they've got the process now, dude. Because you're like, I know I mentioned this to you like the other day, but I think it's worth saying on the show. Like it's interesting how, like now to get a silencer, I've got to unlock 3 versions of like a gun.
Yeah, it's like to unlock something on one weapon, you got to handle business on another weapon. It's cool. They've totally reworked the unlocks, the attachments.
And I will
Before
say,
it'd be like, if you want to unlock something on this weapon, you got to work on this weapon. Now it's a little bit different.
And I do feel like I've learned a little something each time. It's like, okay, we're going to force you to use one of these marksman rifles, which I never do. I either go sniper or like assault rifle. And the marksman rifles are like more like your old Buffalo Bill 30-30,
Oh, dude, you're right. And I don't know about you, but like when I get freaking offed by someone that has a marksman rifle, I kind of have like a different level of respect for that player.
What is that guy doing over there?
Like, oh, dude. Oh, he just got me. Oh, respect, brother. Respect.
Learned, dude, I got on a...
Or sister.
I was
respect,
on like a
sister.
multiplayer version, that shipment map we played a few times there together with no sights and a marksman rifle, and was just laying people out. Like it's strong. Like I want
Shipment. Oh yeah, that was on. Yeah, I remember now. Yep. Yeah, dude, I do remember that.
Oh, dude, you throw like a double weapon XP on and get in that mosh pit, dude. Like it's like you're
just like in there,
like level 3, level 4, like it's you're leveling up.
Oh, and they make it such a good feeling when you level up.
Oh, yeah.
The way it sounds and the animation they put on the screen. They really know how to hit the brain there with the
too.
Oh, yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, right there in the vein, baby.
Yeah, we went from yellow to white. Like it took a minute to get used to the new. Like it used to. There was that little yellow writing, in Warzone 1, and now it's white. Sort of when you get like when it's it's saying headshot.
Oh yeah.
Or, whatever sort of like little sweetness you got to the kill that you got.
Man,
that stuff is like straight dopamine.
dude, it is. They're so good at it too. And I think this new zombies thing is gonna just be overloaded fun, dude. I got to be honest with I'm gonna be honest with you right now. This is my prediction. It's gonna be really fun. Are you gonna be able to handle it, Chuck? You don't like scary shit, if I remember correctly.
I do make sort of an exception, like I say, for the zombie situation, and I do like that. But honestly, I don't want to be.
You got to be honest with your squad, bro. You got to be honest with your bros here.
Nothing beats like getting a W in the like the big 50-person
a Vicky
lobby there. Yeah. Proving yourself
BR
far
Vicky?
superior to your fellow man.
Victory.
Yeah.
I love it because it's just that big blue ribbon, and then it just says victory.
The helicopter ride, like the whole thing.
Dude, on that last one that you were talking about, now that I was going to mention this, but we got past it as I don't know how I was just surviving that whole thing, dude. I even made a joke about it while it was happening. Remember? We were playing that and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we beat this round just by like respawning on time before the next guy dies? I'd get like a kill and then just plop plop plop. Oh fuck!
Like
and I'd be
turns.
dead.
There's like,
And then I'd respawn and then like, oh, Cochiloko, dude, the
we
coach.
did pick up the best feel
I
guy
can't-
of all time, Cochiloko.
I can't believe we almost forgot to mention
Shout out to
Cochiloko, dude.
We salute you.
The coach.
Bought us all 3 back, like right at the end of the game, and died doing it. Like, God
Yeah,
bless
he
you,
took-
son. It's like, I'm here all alone. These guys are friends. We'll let them play on.
Respect to Cochiloko. I hope he hears this someday.
Yeah.
Which, for the record, is as soon as I saw, I think it was you mentioned, oh look, Cochiloko, and I was like, no way, because where I live, man, here in Southern Baja, Cochiloko is kind of like a nickname that's just really funny. Like there's El Cochiloko. Sorry.
What's it like? Give us the
cough
direct
action.
translation.
Cochiloko, crazy pig. Cochiloko. Cochi?
And
Loco.
pig isn't puerco? Like it.
Yeah, just like in English, I think there's different ways to refer to a pig depending
I
on
could say hog
like maybe
or something like that.
Yeah, or isn't like sow another way to refer to
It is, yeah, like a female pig.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, like so it's just the same. Yeah, so exactly. So Cochiloko. So that was just awesome. And we didn't have open comms with him because he wasn't in our party, but in our PlayStation party chat thing. But dude, he was just right there. There was a what do they call it? Symbiote? No, there was just a good flow. Like he just integrated perfectly with us and us with him. Mm-hmm. And his name, his gamer tag was just a plus.
It's right on the money. Yeah.
And but anyways, again, I was just kind of surviving that round. And then when we got to the end, Cochiloko took one, man. He took a round right after buying us back. All 3 of us. It's like, what? Cochiloko, man. El Cochiloko. And then we won that thing. It was great.
Jesus Lord.
And then he joined us again, and we got second place, and he dumped our asses. It's like these guys. Nah, second place isn't good enough.
Yeah.
But anyways, I thought that was awesome.
It was good times. Yeah.
Getting second place can hurt sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd rather not get second place. I know that sounds weird, but it's like even if we get to second place, it's because we've all gotten some kills. We're there, but it's just so painful to lose, especially on that. Were you there? Were you in that round when? I don't even want to admit this. I don't even want to admit this on the microphone. Were you there when we were all moving we were all moving super perfect. Everyone was just on point, moving position, like cover and move, moving forward. All 4 of us taking out bad guys one at a time. Everyone had I think we all had. I'm just gonna throw a number out there, but it was somewhere in this average of like 10 kills each. And we got around that little Japanese hut, like outside of Suki, and there was only one guy left, dude. There was only one bad guy left. Were you there for that? And we were all running around that motherfucking thing, and he just took us out one at a time. And I'm gonna admit, I was the first one to get taken out, and I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Like he had an advantage on me. Like I didn't fuck up. You know, he had, there's just times when an enemy player will have a superior advantage. And it was at that moment that he killed me that I realized he was the only guy left. Mm-hmm. And it just, I watched it from his camera, dude. I was following, I could see everything happening because I was dead. And I just, one guy at a time, like we lost to that. And I remember saying after he killed me, he's like, you guys got him. There's no way he's going to win this. It's 3v1. It's 3v1. We got this. Yeah, guys. And then I watched Pepe go down because he ran out of ammo. and then, you know, we each went down one at a time. And the guy I saw him sliding at the end. And it's like, oh, I hate sliders. And we lost. That was so painful. That was the most painful second place I've ever experienced.
Oh, those do hurt. Honestly, one thing I'm working on with that is like kind of changing my game. Like the more number of players that are involved, like I feel like I want to play differently. And because one thing I've noticed, like in that mosh pit in on shipment, I've gotten a kill. Like there's so many people running around there. I've shot 2 people at once, like with the sniper, like 1 shot 2 kill type situation. So
yeah, it happens. So, there's scenarios where that happens.
Honestly, like I don't want to say it's almost like I've started, like, instead of like, fighting to get right there beside, my teammate, like when there's only one spot, like I've started like slowing down a little bit, to give that, because I feel like sometimes we get hit by the same bullets, even, they're in those situations, especially when it's like a 1-2-1 situation. You're almost better to let them empty their gun into one of us and then kill them. I've noticed I've had some success with there, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be bunched up with your team in a tight space. You want to have everyone covering an angle. Everyone needs to be covering an angle. I mean, I'm not saying that from experience by any means, but from what I've seen in like military documentaries and podcasts and hearing other like military people speak about real life scenarios is like, especially like Jocko podcasts, there's a lot of times where they'll go into detail about that stuff. And he talks about it in like his extreme ownership book. And then also just like watching YouTubers on how to get better at playing first person shooters and Warzone. They kind of talk about stuff like that too. Just being mindful and other more tactical and strategic type stuff. But yeah, if you get all bunched up in a corner, I mean, it just takes one nade, or one rocket. Not always necessarily one, but one rocket can do a significant amount of damage. Grenades are super significant. So yeah, you want to have everyone, and it's not like this is always like the case. This shit happens when we get bunched up. It just happens to all of us. But yeah, like if you're in a room, everyone should be kind of like in a corner. If you're going in a door, it's very rare that anyone remembers to do this, or that it happens. But like, one guy ideally should go right, one guy ideally should go left, one should cover straight ahead. And but yeah, man, it can be a fucking, like you said, it's a mosh pit, and things don't always go that way,
Yeah, God, but it's easy to kind of figure out after the fact too. But like, when in those moments,
you're right.
It feels like there's pressure, to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
dude, you know what? Like speaking of this stuff, something that I'd be lying if I said it didn't get on my nerves at all. Like it's like a little bit. It's a little frustrating, but maybe I'm the one that's not playing right. I don't know. And I just try to keep it simple and just play the game. But I feel like we do best when we're all together, working as a team, engaging other teams that are obviously usually working together. They're always together. Like if you take one guy down, the next one's going to be right there. Mm-hmm. And that's, and that's where, it's always like that. and they're slipping and sliding and doing all their shit and throwing knives and stars. I hate all that shit. Anyways, that's besides the point. But like when one or two like wander off and just go on, like, you know, one, they're either gonna be over there, and then we don't have that extra person that could come and clutch for us if we go into an engagement against 4. That could be one scenario. Another scenario is, and this happens a lot, like the person will die, and then they die, or they'll call for us. They'll die really far away, be like, over here, he's right here, get him. He's it's like,
he's almost
dude,
dead.
you're like on the other side of the map. You're like way in the other building. We're all the way over here. Why aren't you over here with us?
Yeah.
Engaging these people.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's a little me bitching and ranting for a second, but like, you know, it's not like we're competing. I gotta relax.
That's true. And it's almost
and
like
who am I? My KD isn't anything to be like impressed by.
Well, and it's like every scenario, like it's almost like it can't be a hard and fast rule, because there are times like we're in that, like say on Suki, and we're in that building forever, and you know, you kind of want to get it going, you know, like get somebody to, but it needs to be more orchestrated than just randomly, like, you know, running off.
And you're right. We do. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well,
sorry.
and also, like, you know, don't be surprised, like when you get clipped by 4 people. Like
Roger that.
Or whatever. Like whatever, expect we're going to run over there.
It is quads.
Like,
that's right.
That's totally not our fault.
Yeah, we should do that. We should be more like get our footing in Suki, arm up, plate up, and head to the closest contract.
There is something about like having a purpose. I've found, like when I play solos, like I do a lot better if I do get contracts, because I have a purpose, and I'm kind of it's almost like other times, like I'll be, when I'm holed up, I'm almost like playing not to lose, sort of like you know, I'm really defensive, like kind of. Solos is a little different game, like it because you kind of get used to that support, you know, of having another player. And
I don't know about you, but I get a little anxious playing solos.
I do too.
There's a little bit of like
yeah.
You know, like, is there, like, because nobody's covering your 6, dude.
Yeah. It's almost
There's
like the strategy on there, instead of getting into Suki first, is I wait and let a bunch of people go fight, like have a fight in there, and then go in there, like through the windows, because I jumped in there like 3-4 times in a row and just got slaughtered. Like, you know, it's like
Can you imagine that in real life, dude? You're just parachuting in, you fucking land on the outside rim of the freaking window of Suki, and you just like kind of like peek in, like, oh my God, there was a bloodbath in here.
It's
Jesus.
like a conga line of dudes,
God,
like killing, like a guy finishing a guy off who's being hit by a guy from behind, who's got a guy running towards getting behind him.
It's like, all right, I'm just gonna grab this cast off here, and I'll be on my way. Yeah, later.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude.
But yeah,
shit.
Warzone's been fun lately for sure. But
Warzone's been a blast. Hey, I noticed you were kind of. I don't want to. You know, you were hitting up that NASCAR, and I saw. Were you hitting up that? What else were you? You were playing. I'm totally. You can tell. Like, it's like, damn, Ovox, have you been fucking spying on me, dude? Like, I know what you've been playing. You've been playing that. You've been playing the. I saw you playing NASCAR, and you were playing. I think it was a golf game,
golf
right?
Game,
What was the name?
yeah. God, that thing's frustrating, dude. It's super frustrating.
Oh, really?
It's fun. You know, like over the years, like golf games have always sort of, like there's a few different approaches to how you hit the ball. And this one actually has them all. Like you can kind of pick between 3 different modes of how that works. And there's like this new kind of rhythm kind of thing they've added in there that was frustrating for me.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's almost.
I'm glad you're bringing that up, because I'm not going to download it then.
No, I wish you would. I think, you know, it's kind of part of it. But God, what's so frustrating is like the way golf works. You know, it's like I'm playing a game and I'm kind of, you know, holding my own, and then you have that one bad hole, you know, and I just like, it's so up for rage quitting.
It kills you. Is there PvP? No, I'm sorry. Is there multiplayer?
honestly, like,
It was like, what do you mean PvP? Like, beat you down with the 9-iron?
well,
I mean multiplayer.
you know what they have added that's kind of weird and realistic for real life is both the NASCAR game and that game have like a part to the game like where social media is involved. You know, it's like once I started my career, I got like like some guy like started talking trash about me on social media, and like we can't like I say trash like it was kind of, you know, like he kind of called me out, and like next thing you know, like we're like in a rivalry or whatever. And
Oh, yeah.
you know, and the racing game has been the same way, and it's almost like it's a part of your job as the driver to like, I don't want to say like, you know, create like be a butthole or anything, but it's almost like they want you to create a rivalry rather than just be like, oh well, you're a great driver.
It's all
too.
psyops,
Like,
dude.
Yeah,
They're trying to psyops you.
yeah. It's
Don't let them psyops you, man.
it's interesting. So you know, there is a little bit of like you know that. But as far as your traditional, you know, like you can't go over there and beat them with a club or anything. Like, but you're gonna want
Or
to
give them the evil eye.
But yeah, it's awesome that those are free games. Both of those I got free, you know, in there. So
Yeah, dude.
the
monthly.
the NASCAR game I'm gonna like play more today. It's got this mode where you start out like kind of on dirt track racing and have to work like a career mode where you work your way up to racing in NASCAR. And years ago, I used to play this game called Dirt to Daytona that did that, and like it's fun. Like I enjoy that. Like somehow.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, doesn't that? It's kind of in your blood, isn't it?
is, dude.
NASCAR.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that like a
We had
Tennessee
a dirt track
thing?
growing up, you know,
Or is
close to there's Bulls Gap Motor Speedway is kind of close to where I grew up, and yeah, the dirt track racing is cool as shit. I think so.
Fuck yeah,
So,
dude.
yeah.
Dude,
I'm kinda into that. Yeah.
I noticed it.
Yeah.
Speaking of racing and career racing, did you hear about that Gran Turismo movie?
I
They-
saw like a trailer or two, but nothing like.
I haven't seen it. It's already out. I don't think it's out down here yet. It might be, but it looks like they took the Gran Turismo IP, you know, the PlayStation game, and it's called Gran Turismo. In Spanish, it's called Gran Turismo de jugador a corredor, from player to racer, I think. But I think it's a movie about a gamer kid that is like a pro in Gran Turismo, the game, and they hire him on to be an actual racer because of how good he is on the video
that's
game,
not that
because
far
of how
off.
realistic. It looks like it could be like it's got I don't know the names of the actors, but they're definitely famous actors. Like one of the actors is the guy. Oh no, I can't tell you their names, but I know what they're in that you'll remember. One of the guys plays Paris in Troy. Do you remember the movie Troy?
I do, but I don't necessarily
With
remember
Brad
Paris.
Pitt? And then Paris was gosh, what other movies is he in? And then the other guy in it that's like I don't know, he's like the manager or something of the racer, or the direct like boss of the racer kid, is the guy from Stranger Things that played the sheriff.
I haven't watched Stranger Things. I'm obviously familiar with it, but I've kind
Yeah.
of seen him on
Those are
the promos. Wow.
Anyways, it looks like it's just, I think it's a cool idea for a movie. I
Interesting.
wonder if it's good though. You know,
I don't know that that's that far off. I know like that iRacing game, like Dale Earnhardt Jr. when he was racing, he had a guy that worked as his actual spotter in real races. Like he hired him because of like work that they did together on that video game. I don't know about far as driver. I do know like something like on some of the load screens. There's a company called Fantech that has like some those driving wheels and things that you can get for those sort of games. And man, those are like I'm already kind of.
those are badass. I've seen those. Yeah, some people have some crazy setups, man.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those setups.
Dude, if you saw the ones like where
crazy.
it's literally like they're off the ground and it's like giving you the full
and it's like
G-force.
wrapping screens and it's unreal.
Yeah.
And I also know, well, I don't know, but I've heard that like airline companies have looked at people that are like really good at Flight Simulator, Windows, or no, Microsoft Flight Simulator, or is it? No, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator, because the recent flight simulators are so accurate to real life. Like all the wheels, all the bells and whistles, details, complexities, like routes, landscapes, they're so real in the video games, and the graphics are so unreal, et cetera, that there are like airlines out there that proactively look for those people that are just savages in Flight Simulator to offer them jobs and work.
I could totally
I
see
heard
that.
that.
I can totally see that.
Me too. For sure. 110%.
I've every time I've had like when I was at the Forest Service, say with the tanker planes, and had a chance to look at an airplane, one of the things that always struck me the most is like every one of them, like you can't see the nose, like you're just looking straight out, like, you know, I feel like I'd always want to be standing up in my seat and like to see it. It just so points to like it's all done by instrument, I guess is what I'm saying. Like that's always the thing that struck me with them, is like, you know, you just can't see. It doesn't seem like, you know, where you're going, like whereas in a car, like you kind of, you know, I can see the
Yeah, and it's like, you know, it's like you want to know that the nose isn't going to hit anything.
Yeah, sort of it, and be able to see
down
the
there
road
hitting it,
right
right?
in front of you, kind of feeling it, and like it's not like that at all. Like it to me, it feels like they're just like looking straight ahead. Like, so
we're almost there.
Because you know, I think there are tons of situations like where, you know, it gets cloudy or whatever, you know, like different storm conditions or whatever, where they have to be ready to do that. So that didn't surprise me all that much. Get the full on Ready Player One situation there, but
they're dope games. You know, I've never been drawn to them too much. What would be like games where you simulate an activity such as like flight racing, off-road racing. You know, I wouldn't go into the golfing realm, but like, because, you know, like if you play a golf game, I don't think it's going to translate it. It doesn't translate over to real life. Like if I get really good at PGA 2023 or whatever it may be, is that what it's called? PGA?
It's like 2K,
whatever it's
23
called,
or something like that. Yeah, 2K,
yeah, like something like that. If I get really good at that, that doesn't mean I'm going to be able to go up against Tiger Woods by any means.
You might,
but like,
learn the rules of golf. But outside of that, no.
I'll learn the rules of golf. You know, I'll understand what I'm looking at. Yeah, you know, I'll know to keep my mouth shut when the guy's about to whack that thing. Here he goes. Stop! Oh!
Yeah. Ooh, they definitely. Golf courses, they are. Yeah, but, they're kind of stuffy places. I've always felt like I was about to, you know, break the rules at any golf course I was ever at. Like it's felt like to me.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. But I don't want to forget this point, but I was about to go off on a deviation of having beer on the golf course, because there are places. Let me tell you. It happens, but with the example, let me propose this idea: like if you got extremely good at Flight Simulator, and then we were on a plane, and the pilot was like, "Hey, I need to go take a shit. You got to take over for a couple of minutes." I bet you'd be able to do it, man. If it was the same plane. Yeah, you just be like, "Yeah, I got this, boss. Go take care of business."
Dude, this has been a thing I saw on social media recently, where like they did like they asked a bunch of men if they thought like in a scenario like that they could land a plane, and like I want to say 60% of men said yes.
Of course. Of course.
I would
I'll wing it.
Totally want to try.
Yeah, we'll make it. I mean, depending on the circumstances, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I'm going to get in there and give it the old college try, but I don't think it's going to go super well. Like, I even just the, like, Flight Simulator, like, that Top Gun game back in the day on the NES, like, I've crashed enough planes to tell you, like, it ain't easy. Like,
the Top Gun game, dude. You just gave me a crazy set of flashbacks. Holy crap!
Remember having to get
we got to do an episode on the old Top Gun.
If you didn't get that speed to 188, you were screwed, man. It just
we gotta touch on that game in a future episode. We gotta talk about that.
Fun. It was super fun.
These younger generations don't know what they missed.
Golly.
I can already like remember the music, dude. You just freaking damn it, Chuck. You just sent me down
landing on that
black hole of memories.
Landing on that aircraft carrier was like it was a nightmare.
I remember sucking at that game because of how hard it was.
Oh yeah,
what you're saying.
You go
so.
like do an incredibly hard mission and then die like on the aircraft carrier.
That's awesome. Wow, you just sent me down. Okay, I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and check out some old videos. Man, this has been a hell of a fun conversation, man. But I think we are just we're just at 54.
Yeah,
we're at the 54 minute, man. I think we can enjoy the rest of our evening and upload this bad boy, and hopefully Hillary won't come and do a single leg takedown on me.
Dang, definitely stay safe there, brother. It's always like. What is like best practices in a situation like that? I'm not sure I even know. I think.
I mean, you just want to like make sure that there's nothing lying around your yard or area or vicinity that could be lifted up and thrown by high-speed winds into anything else. You know, you want to make sure that you're sealed up, which is what I was working on before we jumped on the pod. So I'm good to go. I mean, I might just have to bring the trash can in. But that's really it. Just make sure that you're sealed up. You know, if your windows are exposed, you might want to throw some tape on them if you don't have anything else. Some people go to the extremes of boarding them up. I don't think we're in the scenario where we need to do any of that. But, dude, Hello Games is going to drop a huge update on No Man's Sky.
Oh, really?
You hear that, everyone? If you're into No Man's Sky, there's a huge update coming up, I think.
And like an
Check
expedition,
out
possibly.
Sean Murray on... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I saw something about that. Sorry for changing topics on a
We'll definitely
snap.
stay safe
but
there
anyways,
with the hurricane, though, brother, for sure. And,
yeah.
You know, if I need to, I will fly a plane down there and bring you some supplies. Even though I'm not a pilot.
Yeah. How much does that cost? How much does a buy station cost or a loadout? How much is loadout? I think it's
You can hit me with the reinforcement
how much
flare.
is loadout? It's like 12. Yeah. She was like, bring it. I need my loadout. Chug. Oh, and real quick before we say goodbye for this one, we've noticed an uptick on our algorithms there of people just like rating and reviewing the podcast and liking it. So we are super thankful to you, listener, that has that shares it, even with it, if it's just one person. Like that one listen really helps, and we are very grateful for those ratings and reviews and likes, however that may be manifested on whatever platform you listen to us on. Arigatou gozaimasu. We are very grateful. Thank you. And stuff.
Yeah, definitely much love for everyone, and hopefully everybody has a good couple weeks, and see you soon.